start off controversially strong,
Oh,
right?
gosh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Brace yourself.
Brace yourself.
Seatbelt.
Yeah.
Mirrors.
We're ready.
Handbrake off. Let's go.
We're ready to go, and I can't drive. Are we ready for this?
Yes.
Right.
Hands on the wheel.
Andrew Scott has recently been in an interview with the BBC at the BAFTAs, and the BBC interviewer asked Andrew Scott, what do you think to Barry Keoghan's final scene in Saltburn? Which we all know what that means, you know, everything out, living life, breathing air. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
So the interviewer persisted to ask Andrew Scott, how well do you know Barry Keoghan? And he says, oh, you know, I know him, like both Irish actors. They're very much in similar pools of award shows and categories for awards at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, the Irish men are living it up, like Cillian Murphy, Barry Keoghan, Andrew Scott, killing it. Paul Mescal, killing it at the minute.
Doing bits.
And he was like, yeah, I know Barry. And he says, oh, what do you think to the final scene in Saltburn? And he was like, vividly uncomfortable being asked, right? So when you see somebody who's vividly uncomfortable, maybe let's change the questioning. Let's switch it up. Let's think on the spot. As a BBC interviewer, you should be reactive enough to pick up like the feeling of the room, read the room, and change it up for the person you're interviewing.
Yeah.
Andrew Scott's vividly uncomfortable by this conversation. The BBC interviewer then goes on to say, what do you think, Andrew? Do you think he had a prosthetic on? And nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We're talking about prosthetics down there, guys. Like, what the actual hell? Andrew Scott was trying to run away from this conversation. And now loads of people have said that the BBC interviewer asking him that was actually homophobic for bringing up that conversation because Andrew Scott is part of the LGBTQ plus community. What do you think about that? It's a controversial one. So give yourself a moment to like digest that. But I personally think that BBC interviewer was out of pocket.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in there. I feel like, is he gay?
Andrew Scott is a gay man. And he spoke about it a couple of years ago. But he has actively made the effort that he doesn't want to be defined by that, which nobody should have to be anyway, because he is just doing his craft, being an actor, doing what he does. He doesn't need to be defined by that.
Yes, yeah, no, 100%.
As nobody does. Like you shouldn't have to put that down. Like if you're, you know, going in for a job, like what your sexuality is. Nobody owes that. You don't owe anybody that. Sorry. Yeah. So I thought that BBC person asking him that, it was like, okay, tongue in cheek conversation, you know, it is a hot topic, people are speaking about it a lot, but to then see how uncomfortable he was to then carry on, I think it was out of pocket.
No, yeah, I think I agree. Yeah, I think it's because asking him, because obviously, you know, him being gay, it's like, is that why they've dove into that and trying to get the reaction out of it? Maybe that's the way I'm seeing it. Yeah, it's like if he was straight, why would he ask, or was it a prosthetic or whatever?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So
it would be interesting to know the BBC reporter's thought process to whether he would have asked that if he was a straight man. Yeah, Would that, or a straight woman, would that conversation still have took place or not? Or would it have been phrased differently?
Yeah, because if it was a woman there, I guess he wouldn't ask that, because obviously that would be mental.
Yeah.
Right? And if it's a straight guy, I don't know why you would... Again, it's a controversial clip at the end of a film. Yeah. Right? But to thinking about it, we're also, 2 months gone from that film coming out? Yeah, November it came out.
November time, yeah. So that film's had its moment. Fair enough, you know, Barry Keoghan is still being nominated for his role as Oliver Quick in Saltburn, and that's probably why it's come up. But that hype of that conversation isn't even there anymore anyway. Yeah. So you just think, why are you asking him that? Like, he was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a bit. I think it's a bit like...
It's irrelevant.
Yeah. 100%.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I mean, all I thought was, God.
But, sorry, I was interrupting you then. But
BBC do better.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's BBC, innit? Like, they're always fucking up.
They are. They are. I mean, God, they don't have a good track record. How do they really?
God, yeah. I mean, it's just... I think it's just a bit, unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
Really. And it's awkward as well, isn't it? Like, asking someone what you think of someone's, like, them being naked on telly, and
it's not professional.
Yeah, it's not professional. No, it's like, it's what do you think of the end of the film?
Yeah.
What was his answer to it when he even said that? Did he like?
So Andrew Scott just said, He just laughed. He nervously laughed. He was trying to get away. And then after he was asked that question, he was like, oh, well, I don't know Barry that well. And then it was kind of like he was like, I've got to go.
Read the room, yeah. The problem is with those presenters and those interviewers, sorry, that's what they're there for as well. And it's like, it's bollocks because like, then they look at these people who are actors and just, you don't look at them as like people. Yeah. You just think, oh, we're going to get a bit out of this. So let's just like push them as much. Yeah. And let's push them as much as we can. Asking really inappropriate questions. Like, I
just think as well, like, don't the BBC cover like serious news?
Yeah. And then they were asking about,
like, since when did the BBC start asking questions like that on the red carpet at the BAFTAs? I'm confused to why they even had a spot there. That's not your scene. That's not your demographic. I don't personally think. Like, shouldn't you be down at some polling station or like asking people questions
100%.
about, I don't know, things that's going on in the world that I definitely should know about, but probably don't know as much about. But that's what they're there for, to try and educate you on.
It's more of an ITV kind of gig, isn't it? Instead of BBC.
So. Yeah.
But still, I think
we support Andrew Scott on this 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We're with you, Andrew Scott. We thought it was wildly inappropriate, and just know that we wouldn't ask you questions like that.
No, I wouldn't. Absolutely not.
If you want to come and speak to us,
I'd ask you what your favourite pizza topping is.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
Yeah, and I'd give him a big smushy hug because he's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Have you seen the new film that he's in?
No, I haven't.
Oh, so he's in a new film with Paul Mescal.
Oh, okay.
Called All of Us Strangers. I won't ruin it for anybody, but it's heart-wrenchingly beautiful.
Oh.
And it is well worth a watch. And it highlights just how incredible the talent coming out of Ireland is at the minute.
Oh, wow.
Like,
okay.
Big up my quarter of like Irish in me because...
Is it?
Yeah, slightly.
Oh, okay, slightly.
Yeah, my mum. Well, yeah, my granddad and my grandma are Irish.
Oh, no, oh God.
I know. So I'm proud to be repping a slice of Ireland with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah.
Because they're killing the game.